Well, first of all, I would like to thank University of Palermo for inviting me to this special event. It's a privilege to have with us a brilliant mind, and especially a very interesting human being. We would like to have, before the question about the actual financial crisis, we may have some knowledge about what Robert Aumann has made to all professions, because game theory is a special tool that is interdisciplinary. Everybody in any social science and not social science use game theory. That means that before the interest talk about the incentive and the financial crisis, may be useful to know something about how this extraordinary man begins with game theory and ask some question about the names that we know, that is the names, the mathematical economics. And especially, I would like to start asking him what was the key issue that you choose game theory?
Well, one might say that, you know, like when you choose a woman, somebody to share your life with, you could ask, what is the key issue that made me, for example, choose Batya? Yes, but the answer really is that I didn't choose Batya. Batya chose me. Yes. So one might say, in a similar vein, that I didn't choose game theory. Game theory chose me. It was an accident, one might say. I studied mathematics, and I did a doctorate degree in mathematics, but the mathematics that I did my doctorate in is pure mathematics. It's algebraic topology. It's knot theory. The theory of knots, like the knots you tie in a tie, okay, a knot. And this is very abstruse, pure mathematics. Now, after doing my PhD, well, let me say first that while doing my thesis at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, I met John Nash. Some of you may know that name. He was the hero of the film called The Beautiful Mind, and his name is fairly well known. He got the Nobel Prize in 1994 for his work in game theory. And he was a young instructor at MIT, where I was doing my doctorate. So he's a little older than me, maybe a year or two older than me. I met him over there, and we became friendly. And I learned a little bit about game theory from him. As we discussed mathematics, and I learned some game theory from him, and actually I was not very interested in it. It didn't seem to me to be very exciting, but I heard about it from him. After doing my thesis in pure mathematics, I became involved in an operations research consulting outfit which was associated with Princeton University. And over there we got a problem about defending a city from attack by a squadron of airplanes, most of which had no weapons, but a few of which were carrying atomic bombs. And the question was how to handle this kind of situation. This was a problem suggested by Bell Telephone Laboratories, who were building ground-to-air missiles for defense against air attack. And when we got this problem, I realized that this must have something to do with game theory, and I remembered the conversations with Nash, and I worked on this problem for a while. We did whatever we could with it. But by that time, I had gotten interested in game theory, and sort of that's the beginning of the story. It's I think a little bit like scientific exploration really should be. You walk along a path, you see something interesting, and you go off and you continue along whatever you see. You are enticed by the interesting things that you see along the way, and you follow them. And it's not something which you choose in the first place. It's an open-ended exploration. Science is an open-ended exploration, and that's how I got into game theory. It's